Welcome back. Today we're going to install the Magnaspark II from CB Performance. Now this kit offers a lot of performance benefits, but what I'm most excited about is this, the 30,000 volt super coil. With the strength of this spark through that billet beauty, we're going to have great idle, great runnability, and hopefully some pretty great fuel economy. Now let's get to it. Alrighty, so first is the disassembly. Now you can see I got an absolute rat's nest of wiring here. Pretty standard on Volkswagens for whatever reason, but get all this out of here. Now one of the main reasons I'm doing this, obviously the bug needs a total refresh, but when I first got it, I pulled all these off. You can see there's like genuine rust on all of the terminal ends here. It's all corroded and shit, so pull off our vacuum line for the vacuum advance. We're going to come in here. I'm actually going to unplug all of this because this is horrible and I'm just going to fix it. But typically you'd only have to undo the coil here. And then that is our voltage in for the distributor, which wasn't even plugged into anything, so, oh, yes it was, that was in the coil. Alright, so that's the distributor all taken care of, it's the coil all taken care of. We're going to pull that off next. That's pretty easy. Okay, next we're going to take the distributor off, and that's easy. We're just going to take a 13 millimeter nut out of the back here. And what removing this nut allows us to do is keep the distributor in the correct place, so if the Magnaspark were to ever fail, theoretically I could put this one back on. Now, I'm not going to do that because this is junk, but if yours is good and you were to put a Magnaspark or the Protonics kit or one of those on and then it ends up failing, you can always just hot swap your standard distributor back on and you're good to go. One thing I did forget to do right off the bat actually is put the engine at TDC. So we're going to stop before I pull this out and make a mistake, and we're going to put the engine at top dead center real quick. Ooh, stanky. Yeah, that's no good at all. So glad we're doing this. It's not quite as bad. It's a little hotter on the tip for sure. It's always good for it. Jump. Not bad. Not bad. Especially compared to the rest of them. That one's the best. Okay, now that those are out, should be pretty easy to turn the engine on. right. So we are at top dead center. Pull this washer off the distributor here. Should be good to get this out. Alright, so now we got that all nice and cleaned up. I'm actually going to remove this fuel block off plate here because it's been leaking. That's what's kind of causing a lot of this mess. So I know the distributor is leaking a little bit, but this is definitely a main culprit, so we're going to take care of both while we're here. Okay, so we're actually going to be pulling 3 studs. CB Performance provides a new stud to mount the distributor on. It's longer for the new clamp. And then I'm also going to pull these 2 because the delete plate that was already on there requires bolts with an Allen head, and they put nuts on it, and that's what's causing leaks. So let's get pulling. Alright, so I got the clamp on ahead of time. Make sure it lines up on the stud. And we'll come over here. Keep that seated. go. And you can tell you're in cylinder 1. It's pointed out at cylinder 1, and then you also can't pull it out of the vacuum advance, or I mean the centrifugal advance. So now we're going to put on the cap. Cylinder 1's over this way, and then make sure that's all dialed in too. It's looking good. Move on to the coil. Alright, so we're going to mount the coil. Through the firewall a little bit first, but I want to reuse these old holes because it looks nice and I'm super creative, so we're going to put it right back there and call it good. So we got the new coil, the new mount and everything. That's going to look super nice just sitting right here. I think I'm going to have the wire coming up like that, up and around. That way I have just a little bit longer of a wire. I can pull it up out of the way if need be. And then also all of my actual electrical wiring is going to be nice and consolidated to one area. Alright, now we're just going to plug this into our positive. Bring the short one down. Fuel shut off. Looking good. And the electric choke. Awesome. Looking good. Alright, next we just need our ground, and then I'll wire up the old oil sensor, these guys, and we're done. Yeah, that's everything. I still have the distributor in there loose, so we're gonna get the bug all fired up and then get it warmed up. Once it's all warm, we can get the timing light out, get it timed, and have this thing running nice. So let's do it. Alright, so that's running great. I just need to cover up this little vacuum port. I forgot to do that for the vacuum advance, but we'll get plugged for that, and then let's go play around in some slushy snow. So the plug's running pretty good once you actually get it going.